So yes, this is actually a very good point. Where the people they can start preparing out the class.
Why not utilizing your own website and turning it into
Because
assets?
I've been running e-commerce, I can relate this thing 100%.
Like
That
when I hear a business owner like, why do I need content marketing? I am not selling through the blogs.
adding the supporting pages actually do help to rank better in SERPs.
We started to analyze the SERPs, reverse engineer the HTML, but that was kind of
So how can businesses reckon that effectively combine SEO and content marketing kind of a strategies together to improve search? Hello and welcome to the Agency Growth Lab. I'm your host Rohin Dua, and today we are thrilled to have a very special guest joining us. Michael Suski, the co-founder of Surfer SEO and a renowned expert in digital marketing and SEO, is here to share his insights and experiences with us. Welcome to the show, Michael. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you for having me. Really feeling good about it, and can't wait to drop these knowledge bombs at you.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm expecting from you, and I've met you a couple of times in Chiang Mai as well. In fact, I saw your presentation kind of things. But yeah, I know you're kind of a big deal when it comes to content marketing and content briefs. And since the AI has come through, so it's definitely you guys have got a lot of things to share with us as well. So yeah, let's get it started. So Michael.
100%.
Yeah, hey, quickly. I mean, like, can you get us know about your technical background and how you guys actually got started with Surfer SEO?
Oh, my technical background, actually, I'm an engineer, but not in programming or anything like that. I'm an engineer of forestry, master of science, actually. So nothing related to
Nothing to
SEO.
do with IT. Yeah.
Yeah, I joined it by accident. I mean, the SEO niche, but it turned out really well. So when it comes to Surfer and getting it started, so I got hired to the agency. I was PBN copywriter at
Okay.
first, then I started to understand more and more of SEO,
Okay.
and turned out that I got promoted to head of SEO. And within that agency, we were like, how can we do better on page, maybe spend less on links to get better margins for our
Yep.
clients,
Yep.
so to make up with on page work which was cheaper than acquiring couple hundreds of backlinks, right?
That means, yeah.
So we started to analyze the SERPs, reverse engineer the HTML, but that was kind of, you know, tedious work to
Yeah.
scroll through the HTML, check the H2s, H3s, and so on.
Yeah.
So we teamed up with my brother, who basically built an internal version of Surfer for the agency, and it proved its worth.
Yep.
And we were like, can we quit agency work and build the product?
Oh yeah.
Maybe. And it turned out that 7 years later, yes, we still can build the product. So this is how we got started. We scratched our own itch in the agency.
Oh yes, so now I can imagine. I remember like at that time there was only like Kyle Roof's pop of there, and then you guys came up with a big rock. So definitely, and that's true. Every SEO, trust me or not, has got some kind of a story. Every SEO I've come through, no one is really saying that, hey, I was meant to be an SEO. Obviously, no one is meant to be an SEO, but
Of
yeah,
course.
there's always having someone's having a story. For me, it was I'm a mechanical engineer as well. So I did my robotics and automation mechanical engineering masters, and then I don't know from where I got a thing, and then I jumped into the same thing as well. So I can relate to you. I can relate. Forest
But my
engineering,
master
this one.
thesis was also mechanical. My master thesis was mechanical as well. Like I didn't like the kind of, botanics or anything. When I saw the machines that are
Yes,
used in the
yes.
forge, I was like, God damn, I like it. And I started to like work on these machines. So yeah, we have even more similar backgrounds.
You can't really put on a forest in your backyard and to test the
Actually,
things.
I did. Actually, I did. I lived surrounded by the trees. Selected these fast-growing species, so I will see
Right.
them, growing. So yeah, it was useful.
Yeah, no, I can imagine that. So yeah, back to the content marketing thing. I'm like, so how can businesses reckon like effectively combine SEO and content marketing kind of a strategies together to improve search engine results? Because a lot
Oh,
of people don't really know this, especially the businesses. They feel it like, okay, they need to go after the SEO, and SEO is all about like putting the keyword here and there, and then just point some backlinks, and that's it. So where actually the content marketing is playing a big role up here, tell me.
okay. So I got a theory on this. So I will go a little broader.
Yep, yep,
So for me, like when I hear a business owner like, why do I need content marketing? I am not selling through the blogs. Why would I write and how to do whatever while it's not selling my service? But the service page that receives a strong internal link that is coming from your own website, building you trust and knowledge, it's as strong as quite expensive backlink.
yes,
So why not utilizing your own website and turning it into asset to create an army of supportive pages that will because they help each other. The more you have, the better each other are. And it creates a real snowball effect when you start building topical authority in your niche. Even though if you are a roofer, right?
yep,
How a roofer can have a blog, but a roofer can explain uh,
his techniques.
tools, the skills, can explain angles of the roof and
Yep,
how gutters are collecting water and like all kind of things.
yep,
And even though he's not selling through these articles,
yep,
people are visiting, people are reading, and Google is thinking, oh, this guy is a roofer. He's a knowledgeable person who knows his skills, and he points from these valuable pages to his roofing services. So it turns out his roofing services deserve to rank higher in the search results. So not directly, but indirectly, with a really strong push from the back, the content marketing can even help a roofer. So that's how I see it. That's my theory, and I live by it.
yep, yep. So you reckon that it is not kind of a myth where the people say that adding the supporting pages actually do help to rank better in SERPs?
Well, I
So,
got a really strong example even from my field
yep,
when we released recently a new product that was free tool to humanize AI content.
yep,
And uh, the only reason why we ranked so high and
yep,
got so much traffic
yep,
is because couple months earlier
yep,
we created 20-ish, maybe 30 articles around AI detection, AI humanization,
oh yeah,
writing with AI, editing, and like all kind of angles of
yep,
AI writing and human writing covered.
yep,
So
yep,
when we were ready with the product,
yep,
we immediately sent like couple dot like I don't know how many, but I was 20, 30 internal links from these
yep,
relevant pages
yep,
pointing directly to the page that is AI humanizer, AI detector, and it ranked like crazy. And within a week, we hit 100,000 visits from Google
yeah,
within a week. That
because
was a
Google,
huge spike.
yeah, I guess like Google see you guys then as an authority in this AI field, the guys who knows a lot more about it. So this is why they're giving a lot of credit in that way to you fellows, isn't it?
Yes, 100%.
Yep,
100%. And it proves that when Google sees you as authority, it not only sees you by your domain authority, whatever, it
yep,
also sees you by your topical authority, which is
yep,
a vague thing. Like nobody knows what is it and how to calculate it. But like in general, it's the equation of how many of these topics you have covered, how well you are ranking on them, and how close they are to where you are right
Yeah.
now. So
That's
grow website
Yeah.
responsibly.
Now that's actually a very good example, the one which you said it, and I guess this is really good example for the SaaS people as well. Like let's say they have got something in development at the moment, so they can actually start producing out the content for it. So by that time they can use that one as an opportunity. By the time the product actually gonna get finished, so they can launch the product, interlink, and then there is a very good chance that by that time the Google gonna see them as a good authority into the space as
Yes,
well.
yes, 100%. I couldn't
And it's the
agree
same,
more.
and it's the same for the e-commerce as well. Like because I've been running e-commerce, I can relate this thing 100% that it because we e-commerce guys, we always plan to expand the product inventory, always think of like a new products what can be added. Like I told you, I was in China about 2 months back to find out the new kind of a products which can be added. So yes, this is actually a very good point, the where the people they can start preparing out the clusters, and once the product everything is ready, they can interlink and they can show themselves as authority into the thing as well, isn't it?
Imagine you're selling electronics and you just came back from China that drones, you just found a factory for drones and they're extremely cheap and really have these follow me features and everything. So what you do, you explain what is follow me in a drone, how to capture yourself on a seaside, what
Yes,
happens when the drone falls into the sea. And
yes,
you can brainstorm like crazy with these ideas
yes.
and just write them, and before they arrive in the container, you will be ready waiting
Very
for
high.
this page to start selling. Yes, yes,
It's
100.
That's
This
a
is
very
how
solid
content
point.
marketing is used right now.
Yeah, no, that's a very solid point. Trust me, I'm gonna use this thing in our own business as well. So yeah, no, thanks for sharing this. So what are the most common mistakes? Tell me, the people they actually do in the content optimization, and how they can go about avoid those kind of mistakes, especially the writers.
Yeah.
I'll tell
So
you. I'll tell you
yeah,
the thing why I'm asking this is because it's something kind of a thing after the helpful content update where the people are saying, hey, the AI content is shit, doesn't work. I mean, like the AI is not going to work. So because they are trying to take kind of a lazy approach where the push button kind of a thing, and they can blast like a thousands article every single week to their website. So maybe they are not using it. It's more like a garbage in is garbage out, isn't it?
yeah, yes, yes, yes. But I would say this: back in the days, the algorithm was set. Uh, my guessing, obviously, but I feel like I have something to say in here. So, when you were able to publish 1,000 pieces a month,
Yeah.
what could you be? Oh, they are probably a newspaper,
Eh,
or they have an
Oh,
army of journalists,
oh
or
yeah.
they have like a proper content team. So, I'm Google. I'm giving you authority because you can
Yes.
publish so much.
Yeah.
But now it doesn't mean a shit that you can publish thousand a month. I can
Yeah.
install a Zim writer if I had Windows machine
Yeah.
and get them like this.
Run it on
And
a video.
like
Yes.
it's not a signal, it's not
Yeah.
an authority signal to publish a lot right
Yeah.
now. And the reason why people were getting really high results with like basic AI content, let's say,
Yep.
was that they were still attributed to this authority signal of being able to publish a lot.
Yep.
But it's not an authority signal anymore, because everybody can. And if there is like something that everybody can do, it's not a signal anymore.
Not the
Uh,
same anymore.
and yeah, that's basically it. So that's why they dropped. And the other reason that is in here is that we have a moment when we rank based on our optimization.
Yep.
So Google only knows the domain, knows internal links, and knows the content, which contains some topics covered, some questions answered, some entities, and
Yep.
so on.
Yep.
And that's all they have. So it's pure mathematics. Like
Yeah.
we just calculated that and it turned out you rank 73, right? 73 for you. That's what we see. But when you start climbing, when you start getting some impressions, and eventually you start getting some clicks, they've got another ranking machine, which are behavioral signals.
Yep.
And if you cannot keep the user reading your AI or not AI, whatever
Yep.
thing, and they will just go back to Google and search for something else, something else, something else. It's the pure signal that you are worthless in terms of your article. So
Mm.
even though it's mathematically correct and you achieved success in
In,
optimizing for the search engine,
yep.
now you have to optimize for the people.
Yeah.
And that's the biggest difference between good and excellent AI content.
Yep.
The excellent AI content will not scare people out. Like it will keep them engaged and they won't be, even though they realize it's AI, they will still be like, I I like the output and I got my questions answered
Mm.
and that's fine. They even can see the delve into the journey, embarking on something and fastening seatbelts, whatever, all
Yep.
these GPT kind of things. But if they get their answer in front of their eyes and they're satisfied with it, it's not hallucinated,
Yep.
then they're happy. So that's
They are happy
that's
to stick on.
that's the thing. That's
So
the thing.
you reckon that there are some essential components which are kind of a missing as a common mistake what the people actually do, and then sometimes for some of them the AI content works really good, and for others it doesn't really work. So is that
Yeah.
what you mean? So if that would be the case, tell me, and then I'll go next to the Surfer SEO as well. But I really want to know what are those key components of a compressive content brief you reckon that can help writers to SEO optimize the content? What is that magic sauce? What is that secret thing you reckon is kind of a missing in most of the content pieces you come across these days?
Yeah. So I will say that to distinguish between this optimizing for the people and optimizing for the search engine.
Yep.
Obviously, I'm more into the search engine optimization.
Mm.
So I try to crack the code, and I will tell you this that every brief should be based on as many relevant competitors as possible,
Okay,
and
that's number one.
especially with some pages that are low authority
Yep.
yet still ranking,
Yeah.
because they may have some patterns that crack the code already.
Yep.
And if you incorporate uh, well structured information
Yep.
that goes to your either AI or human writer based on your competitors. So let's say take all the headings of all your competitors,
Yep.
check which ones are, like, basically cluster your
Yep.
competitors headings,
Yep.
deduplicate them, then put them in a logical order so they go from the general information to specific information, uh, and this way you can turn, like, let's say 600 headings that are in the SERPs
Yep.
into those that are the most common across all of the top ranking pages, into those that are general, those that are specific, those that are questions, those that are directly answering the search terms that you will be ranking for. And this job can be done definitely by the AI. And you can use that to brief the human writer. Let's not be afraid of this, because
Yep.
AI is a freaking machine
Yep.
and my brain cannot process as many. I can't. I can't do such a complex brief in such a
Great.
short time. And when you have right now, you have a context of like a lot. I cannot even tell you the numbers because there are so many. But uh, the context is not the problem right now. So when you can give it 600 or 1000 headings that you just extracted,
Yeah.
then ask it these questions I asked you, right, like a couple of moments before. And then ideally, if you can extract some facts from
Yep.
the articles that you extracted entities, I mean
Yep.
headings, like uh, there is a heading about SEO audit, and you allocate the fact that SEO audit takes between 10 to 20 hours. SEO audit should be at least 20 pages to impress your client.
Yep.
And SEO audit can be sold and as a separate
Correct.
add-on to the subscription,
Yep.
always at the beginning of the contract.
Of the
And with
contract, yes.
these three facts, you are able to write in a context of SEO audit of the agency and how it should look like and how to actually sell it. And such a brief is a game changer
It's a
because
but
everybody can take it and write the most comprehensive piece about the topic.
yeah, but for a busy agency, I guess it's a lot of work. Now that's where the Surfer SEO comes in. Tell me, you as a layman language, I mean, like if you are going and you have to write it down a piece of content, let's say for SEO agency itself, let's say we have to write it out. SEO audit, it's a very good example. Let's stick with SEO audit itself. So if they have to go and write it down for SEO audit, what the best step-by-step strategy would be? Either you can just tell us verbally, or I've given you the screen share access. You can share the screen, show us a demo for the
Actually,
Surfer itself.
I'm already doing it. Like, okay, let me show. Because obviously, I will use Surfer because I know there's no better way. I
Yes,
could
we can.
explain you the whole process
It's yes,
without it, but why?
exactly.
Why?
So we got a topic. Let's say the topical cluster is done. Let's say we are already
Yeah.
top. I'm not sure. I've just seen, like, because I don't really go too much into the Surfer myself. That's my team. They use day in day out. Fabulous tool. Topic explorer, is that the same as a topic cluster where they go say take the
Oh,
SERP similarities kind of a thing? Is that right?
we are working on a big improvements in there, and this is actually a huge game changer. It's 2 years work, the topic explorer thing, but how is different? The topic explorer
Yeah,
knows all the clusters up front. Like, we turned the keywords database into clusters database. So
yeah,
every keyword in the database has its cluster. So imagine that you join two clusters when there are some specific circumstances met. Let's
yep,
say there's a couple of pages that are the same between these two.
yep,
Okay, that's
yep.
the simplification, but let's say it's true.
Yeah,
And
I really
imagine,
want to know. I mean, like, and I'm sure once the video gonna get live, the people really want to know, like, what's the Michael's way of optimizing an article? Easy as that. So that's a simple question for the day. Because
all
you
right,
mentioned few things which were really good, that go and check it out what the top websites are doing. Take all their, and which includes the low hanging fruits as well, low DRs, but they are performing really good. Take the best outcomes cluster structure for that, and then start writing the article based on that one. And when that was the time when I said, like, it's a lot of work, and that's where we need to see how the Surfer SEO gonna
yeah,
make all the tasks
let's give
easy.
it a shot.
Yep.
You got me sharing
Yeah,
because
sure. I can
I,
see it.
I
Yeah.
got the SEO audit in front of my eyes,
Okay.
and we have the blank document. So I will just click the insert outline, and it takes, I don't know, 5 to 10, maybe 12 seconds. We'll
Oh yeah.
see its production environment, and we'll see. You will see the brief. You will see the brief. This is actually included in every single content editor. It's not like an AI credit or whatever. It's like like it's a baseline.
Oh yeah.
So when it's done, oh yeah, it's done. It took a little bit longer because there was a lot of information to process. Like, we came
Now,
up with 29 headings.
just a quick question before we go ahead. This outline structure is based on the top SERP results, you mean to say, or
Or
is it just
it's
based
exactly
on
how I
some
explained.
AI thing?
Yeah, so
Okay.
we extracted all the headings from the top.
Okay.
We analyzed which ones are common across the competitors, deduplicated them, figured
Okay.
out which ones are coming to the begin, like are going to be the starter, which are the conclusions, and so on, and allocated these facts below them. So look, this is getting the most of your audit, right?
Yep.
And it starts with, obviously, with what is. And why it starts with this? Because everybody else starts with this. So,
Yep.
like preparing the audit, choosing the right tools, free
Mm,
tools option, paid tools
mm,
option, running the audit, obviously technical, some steps, blah, 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 site crawl,
yep.
optimization,
Yep.
another steps. Actually, the step 7, step 8, step 6, this is really freaking optimized for the SGE answers, because I saw these steps are showing up on how to questions so much more frequently. So
Yep.
this outline is actually optimized for the SGE as well.
Yep.
Yeah, and the steps and so on. So this is really like you can give it away to the junior SEO, and
Yep.
they can even learn what the
Yep.
hell is SEO audit right now.
Yep.
And you asked me about optimization. Uh, I will be sharing stuff that we don't have yet, but as I'm in the labs of Surfer, so I know they are coming. So I can
Yeah.
tell you that
Yeah.
we create such an outline for every single competitor in a
Oh,
in a in a bag, right? And we know that if you import your existing article to the content editor,
mm,
let's say you got the article about the SEO audit and
mhm.
you imported it here. So we got this magic auto optimize feature that will right now inject some of these entities into
In the
the
heading.
content to basically make it more optimized for the search engines.
Yep.
But when we have these outlines of your competitors, we
Yep.
will also know which sections, which topics you are not covering.
Yep.
So imagine you didn't have this section, free SEO audit options H4. You didn't have it, only paid. We will tell you, hey, hold on, you are missing a section within your article that most of your competitors cover and you don't.
Yep.
So here is your section. Here are the topics for this section to cover. So it
Yep.
will be like this. It will land like this, and it will be marked like that. Uh, this is something we prepared for you, and we believe it fits in here
Yep.
because it makes the logical connection between the
Connection.
previous section and the next section.
All
So
right.
you can either get your writer on it to
So the
incorporate
tool,
that section.
so the tool you're saying the upcoming features your guys are planning is the tool gonna suggest up here that hey, in this article, this stuff is really missing because most of the
Yeah,
competitors are using that. It's a very smart way that the people can go and brainstorm and they can say, okay, this is something has to be worth adding because maybe I created the outline, maybe I created one of the best outline I believe, like, but this stuff is missing. You know what I mean?
but brother, imagine you created that outline 3 months ago or 6 months ago, and the article is live already, is
Yep.
ranking awesome, but
Yep.
it's been 6 months
Yep.
and there is a new large language model that showed up and you are reviewing large language models and you didn't know that GPT-4o mini is there. You
Yeah.
didn't know at the time.
Yeah.
And what you can do, I will jump on the things because I will like switch the tool quickly for a content audit tool, because this tool gets your top ranking pages, analyze their content score and watches their rankings.
Yep.
Because I wanted also to touch on the topic that everybody has a writing calendar, nobody has the optimization calendar.
Yes.
And
Yes.
imagine a situation that, let's say, this how to avoid AI detection, it dropped in traffic, in impressions, and whatever.
Yep.
And you go to this and you hit the optimize it, and it tells you that you are missing this GPT-4o mini.
Hmm.
Imagine that. So
Yep.
you got
That,
a bunch of articles already ranking on your website,
yep.
and you created the best outlines out there 6 months ago, and they are a little bit outdated right
Yep.
now. So
Yep.
it's not your fault you are
That,
missing that section.
yeah, that gonna be a pretty good feature. I mean, like, is there something you said is ready for production or like what?
Oh, like
The
this
final touch.
ready, this
Yeah.
ready, final
All right.
touches, final touches, really.
Yeah.
And
All
I
right.
see it as a great benefit for the agency, for the busy agency, because when you are really on the margin. I was working in the agency. I know how it works. I know you got a certain amount of money
Yeah.
that you can spend certain amount of time, and you still need to make profit.
Yeah.
So everything is calculated. And if I can, let's say, without checking,
Yep.
receive the information,
Yeah. Yeah.
which are the pages that I should focus on and optimize right now, let's say best opportunities, because they rank on position 12 or 13 or 15. You see,
Yep.
position 15. uh, that's why we think it's best opportunity, because its content score is
So
relatively
it's
low,
low. Yeah.
60-ish score, position almost 20, so
Yeah.
it makes a perfect candidate for
Yeah.
the optimization. So we just basically go here, and it will optimize itself, and you publish it, and that's done. So how can you imagine someone in your team figuring out first which pages are easy to tackle,
Mm.
because they rank quite good already,
Yep.
and then actually move the needle, like turn the score, add 20 entities to them,
Do that.
publish, and
Yep.
do 5 of them within an hour,
Yep.
including publishing to the WordPress.
All
It's
right.
impossible, but
Yeah.
with such
It's
things, it
all
is.
all they need to do is just add some internal links. They have to add probably some images,
Some
and that's
internal
it.
links, some internal links can be added by clicking this button. We just need to select the right domain,
Or
and they will
it
be
can
added
fetch.
automatically.
It can fetch the site map. You mean?
It
And
fetches the let me explain. It
yep.
fetches the Google Search Console ranked keywords,
Okay.
and if there will be any keywords that you rank for,
Yep. They will
it can
try.
be found in here. It will be linked to the page
Yep.
that ranks for this keyword.
Gotcha.
And
Gotcha.
so you semantically go, it's not like super precisely targeted when it comes to building these circles of rankings and so on.
Yep.
But if there is a topic that some other page is covering,
Yep.
it will be linked as that page will be source of that topic
Yep.
linked here. So
Yeah.
it's like 100% semantics
So
analysis, which works really
yeah,
well.
it's, all that, and I'm sure like you have already got in touch with all those guys, the Core and all that, the semantic stuff. So and you guys have probably tried to actually cover those kind of things into your tool as well, or maybe your own learnings in some way. Yeah, see this one topic
Yeah. I mean,
utilization.
like, I'm going like kind of chaotic, but just to touch on some
Okay.
topics, I know we will be running out of time soon. So
Right.
domain map to build a topical authority. Each are the cluster of topics.
Yes.
Some of them are easy because they are light. Some of them are difficult because they are dark. When you change into the coverage, you see that, well, I'm not really covering any of those clusters. So let's start with this one because it's close to the center, wasn't it?
Yep.
It's about online training. We
Yep.
see, okay, it's about the launching courses, it's about
Yep.
training modules, it's about how to make an online course interactive.
Yep.
We see the difficulty, you see the search volume, you see everything. Oh, training on PowerPoint. This is extremely difficult.
Yep. Yep.
88. But when we click on it, we see there are 35 keywords. There is
To be
difficulty,
great.
research volume. We already see like, oh, this is one is small. It's not difficult. Is just small.
Yep.
This one is big, but way easier than the other one, and
Yep.
really similar search
And it's
volume.
got a good score
So,
as
and these keywords all belong to a single
well.
cluster. So you basically
So
create the article out of it.
when it will interlink, you mean they really gonna interlink in their own cluster as well? The interlink feature, is that really gonna happen?
No. The interlink feature goes through the Search Console, and
To-
whatever you rank and
Okay.
will be found. So imagine in a single Google Search Console API call,
Yep.
you can receive 25,000 rows.
Yep.
And these 25,000 rows is 25,000 keywords
Yep.
with the URL that is ranking for its keyword,
Oh
with
yes.
the highest traffic, highest
Yep.
impressions. Uh, and when we do a search in your article,
Yep.
article's content, it has like 2,000 words. We take these 25,000 keywords and we check one by one if there is any of those that is present in this article.
Yep.
And if so, it means that it's touching a topic that some other pages is ranking for. Like
Yeah.
we just touched SEO audit within the SEO pricing article, and we said SEO audit is priced separately, blah, 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 blah.
Yep.
And Surfer realized that, okay, the SEO audit is here. We are ranking with another page for the SEO audit. So it will be smart to link from this page that mentions SEO
Mm,
audit. So it links to the SEO audit, the real page. It's
yeah.
not cannibalizing each other, but
Yeah.
helping each other.
Yep. So they're
But
taking all those smart decisions by itself. So yeah.
you
So
touched a really important topic.
yeah,
Yes, all of these hexes that we see here should link to each other and to the pillar page in the middle.
to the
So
pillar straight in the
yeah,
middle.
that's a pretty common technique when you redistribute the internal links
Yep.
across the cluster.
Yep.
Sometimes link between the clusters if it makes sense. And obviously, every supporting page links to the page that makes you money. And we are circling back to the first question you asked me, how content marketing can be utilized. And
Yep.
if you were about to launch a course
Yep.
on launching courses, let's say,
Mm.
these support pages or selling
As the individual modules,
yeah,
that
yeah,
particular
these all should be pointing to the page that you are the one to teach how to sell courses.
how to sell
uh
them. Yeah.
yes,
Yep.
so this is how you build
Okay.
the
And
these
to build a map like that, we need to go to the very first option where it says topic explorer. So
yes,
this gonna get built out. So if you go to the new topic, and let's say the topic is, let's take a hypothetical one, packaging solutions. So in that one, we just need to give, okay. So, but I saw that option, and there was a Google Search Console option as well. It means we can fetch directly from Google Search Console. Let's say
yes,
we've got a lot of queries, it's gonna create the entire topical cluster based on that as well. Man,
yes, it will.
that's a really cool feature.
So that's
That's
what I showed you here. This is the domain map, the one I created for this peepstrategy.com,
yep,
because
yep,
this website is about communication, about marketing,
yep,
about the courses, and so
yep,
on. And what
yep,
it does, it collects all the keywords you rank for. It
yes,
tries to map them within the clusters that we've got in the database I told you about.
yep, yep,
So all the clusters mapped in a one big world map. So
yep,
we will try to find which ones that you are ranking are in which clusters. We put these clusters on the table and then surround them with surrounding clusters that we know that are close on the map.
yep.
And this is how your general domain map is created.
But
But yeah, go ahead.
yeah, but these clusters are not those sub similarities. These are your own algorithm, clustering algorithm, which you guys have used for it. Because the reason I'm asking, I mean, like you already know, 90% of time I see keyword chef or something, they always use the SERP similarity kind of a feature where they say, okay,
Mhm.
3 plus SERP similarity, they put.
No, 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 no.
But I see the logic, different logic up here at the moment.
There is like a imagine a pipeline to write a ChatGPT article.
Yep,
First the outline, then some entities,
yep,
then filling section by section.
yep,
And this is similar. So first we've got this big map of all the freaking clusters.
yep,
Then we got fetching the information from your website.
yep,
Then we've got semantic analysis, embeddings, and vectors to
yes,
actually connect the dots and put them in the order so you really receive things that are similar to each other
yep,
next to each other.
yep.
So not like every keyword that contains packaging will be close to the packaging, right?
Yes,
It's
yes.
not
Now
like
I
that.
can relate it. I can
Look,
relate now. Yep.
packaging solutions is general stuff, which we see here, but packaging companies is a different thing.
Yep.
Product packaging is something else. Box packaging is something
It's
else.
different.
Because
Yep.
you got unique, you got disposable, you got cardboard, you got bamboo, you got packaging snack boxes, and so on. You got
Yes.
custom, you got retail, you got wholesale, you got sustainable, you got beverage, you got design, you got something corrugated, whatever is this,
Yep.
and obviously some other topics to
Yep.
choose from. But
Yeah.
in general, the packaging solutions contains 200 articles.
200 articles. And if you
And
go to the
where,
topic visualization, we can
yes,
see all those mini clusters as well, like
yeah,
as you
yeah,
mentioned
yeah.
before,
This one is the biggest,
that
which
we
is
can
what?
start
Product
writing.
packaging.
Oh,
In the
yes, search
middle,
volume
we
178K.
yes, almost 200,000 for the whole cluster.
For the
And
whole cluster.
when you don't have the Google Search Console connected, because you can also start with the keyword and give it the Search Console afterwards to
Yep.
find yourself how I'm doing for this keyword. If I
Yeah.
connected surferseo.com domain here, we will have zero coverage,
Yeah.
or
Okay.
most likely. So but as you can see, we started with packaging solutions. So even though the product packaging is the biggest, the
Mm.
packaging solutions is in the middle, because that
Mm.
was our
Mm.
like center.
Yep.
And more related to the packaging solutions is actually packaging companies,
Yep.
not product packaging. And that's
Okay.
actually
The
true.
far it is, the more distant the topic is.
Yes, you can even you got these circles like the there's like a high, there's medium circle, and there is low circle. Like
Yeah.
and when I touched briefly on building websites in a responsible, sustainable way, is that you go from the inner circle to the medium circle to the
And back.
outside circle, not jumping like, whatever I like this one, I like that one. There is a
Yeah.
good commission, there is a good search volume, there is a low difficulty.
Yeah.
No,
Go structurally.
go structure like it. You will write all of them anyway.
Yep.
So
All
do
right.
it in the right order,
Right.
create internal links, incorporate either human or AI writers. It
Yep.
doesn't matter unless you deliver value. So
Yep.
I guess, mm,
That now
I guess
that's
we're
pretty
getting
awesome
slumped
actually.
on it.
Yeah, yeah. Now that actually makes sense. And then there is a quick question which I really want to know. Like, can you explain the concept of EEAT and how the content creators can actually incorporate these elements into their work? Like the
Yeah.
article which you showed, like the SEO audit. Let's say we have to go and add the EEAT factors into that one. What kind of stuff you gonna start adding to it?
So what we can do is we can focus on the first part, which is EE.
Yep.
The other part, the authority and trustworthiness, we cannot really easily mimic it.
Yep.
However, if you turn this topical map that I'm sharing right now into
Yep.
reality, you will gain authority.
That's
That will be, but that's a long run. It's
yep.
200 articles.
Yeah.
To become the master of packaging solutions. Actually, not that hard topic though. I thought it's bigger, and it's not that hard. So I would definitely consider covering it for any business.
Yep.
But the first E's are super simple. The only thing you have to do is to tell within the article that you are eligible to be
Yep.
talking about this. So when I'm writing an article about SEO audit, I
Mm-hmm.
can say, I was head of SEO in the agency.
Mm-hmm.
It already means I have a
Experience.
experience in that. I have a law. It's on my like. I just can't do it as a head of SEO. I
Yep.
can write about SEO audits, and I can say in the second sentence that I conducted 100 SEO audits that were sold for $100 each.
True. That again reflects an experience.
That's it.
Yep.
It's that simple. Google cannot check
Yep.
whether you are who you are,
Yep.
and it cannot check whether you sold 100 audits or one audit.
Mm.
Uh, that's it. If you give these two signals, your article is more optimized than 99% articles on the web.
That really gonna satisfy all those helpful content update and all that kind of
Oh,
as well.
obviously, that's just like a tiny bit of it. It's just to trick Google. It's not to keep people engaged. It's not to make it really helpful, because you can advise to remove robots.txt within your article about the audit, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah,
well, nobody will be pleased after doing it.
yeah,
Uh, so you cannot advise stupid stuff in there. So what I was saying is that easily you can only trick Google, but when it comes to engaging people, making them click your call to action,
wait,
making them
planning.
navigate through your website,
Yep.
you just need to be yourself and kind of, you know,
Be as
just talk to
honest.
them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
So
that's
no,
that's
that's pretty awesome, man. I mean, like, so we covered the Surfer itself, like how to use the tool to get the things done quicker and easier and a better way. We covered like topic clusters, how to build out a right kind of a topical clusters, and then how to incorporate the Google Search Console data into that as well. And then we even try to talk about like how the content marketing can be used before the actual product can be built out, how the SaaS or e-commerce can actually build out their name into the space before they are actually working or launching a product. So yeah, we tried to cover all these kind of things. That was super good. Just the
Are you
very first
taking
thing.
notes? Really great summary.
Oh yeah, I'll definitely gonna create a summary for this one too from us up there. And just a
Uh,
very final question for this one, Michael, is like how do you really see the Google algorithm being shaping out for the future SEO? Because there's no doubt Google's getting crazy about the things. Their
yeah.
last March update was actually a crazy one where they just swept out a big websites and got them de-indexed, even the sites which were kind of a genuine as well. So I guess that was a bad at the Google's part. But what do you think about it? How's they
There,
are shaping themselves for the future?
there are always websites that are false positives in their searching for SEOs
Yep.
websites.
Yeah.
And on 9 pages that are manipulating, there will be one page being penalized that did nothing wrong.
Yeah.
So that's part of the deal of getting organic traffic for free from
For
Google. For free, yes, so that's part of the deal. And when it comes to the algorithm, like today I read that Google's like Alphabet's earnings are going up like 14%, I guess,
Yep.
compared to the previous quarter.
Oh
So
yeah.
it seems like they did a good job in increasing the ads revenue.
Yeah.
So just wiped out enough pages so they are starving for traffic and they will buy more ads.
Yeah.
Simple as that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And when it I mean, I'm 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 joking and not joking at the same time because it's sad. However, my preference right now to do successful SEO campaigns would be to uh, like check the new coming clients and kind of avoid clients who have fresh domains targeting tough niches, because it will be really, really way longer way than we had before.
Yep.
Like a couple of years before, you would say like 6 9 months and you will start getting traction, whatever. And now you can say that I don't know if you ever will start getting traction.
Yeah.
Uh, maybe within some budgets for bridging that authority gap. But
Yeah.
what we can definitely see here is that when you already have authority, when your domain is strong, it's even stronger signal than ever before.
Yep.
But on the other hand, when you have it,
Yep.
you can publish like crazy and you will get the rankings and you will be indexed. So probably from the SEO tactics perspective, having starting with old domain that has history and some backlinks can save a lot of money
Oh,
on a link building later. So maybe sacrificing a little bit of branding for old domain can be something to consider right now.
yeah, yeah. No, I agree 100% to this. No, no, thanks, Michael, for all the tips. So anyone who really want to know more about you, your stuff, and want to read your watch the videos, read your blogs and all that, what's the best place for that is the LinkedIn, Surfer SEO blog? What do you reckon? Because I'm gonna put those ones into the video description.
To talk to me directly, it will be my email or my LinkedIn. So I will tell you my email. You can write it down.
Yep,
Then when it comes to seeing the product updates and live webinars that we're hosting like every 2 weeks,
yep.
it will be our YouTube channel. So
Sure.
Surfer YouTube channel, and
I'm gonna put
that's
it
all you
on.
need.
No, thanks for that, Michael. Really appreciate that, man. I
Thank
guess
you
we
very much.
really covered a lot of stuff into this, and I don't know. I feel it like I need to take you again sometime in the future because definitely there is a lot of things
Oh,
we can talk, and by that time, I guess the surfer really gonna roll a few more updates as well, and especially
yeah.
that one, the one which you said, where it's just gonna auto suggest by itself that hey, this piece of content or a topic is actually missing in the entire article. This is a revolutionary thing. It is a kind of a thing which and the busy agencies or the people who are stuck at the mid somewhere and the needle is not really moving. That's something they would love to have this kind of a feature.
Thank you so much. We could spend 3 hours, I guess, chatting about random. We should have an agenda of like all the SEO topics you can ever have, like create a topical map for it,
Yeah,
and just talk 10 minutes each and ding, 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 next topic. And that will be probably the full day
all day long.
of
Yeah, nah,
material.
yeah,
So yeah, I really liked it. Thank you so much
yeah,
for having me. That was a big pleasure.
yeah. No, thanks for that, man. I really appreciate time once again. Thank you. Thanks, Michael.
Thanks.